It's time for America's favorite interactive game show. It's WaveLength. Here's your host, Ed Greenberger.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to WaveLength, the world's most interactive game show. I'm your host, Ed Greenberger. WaveLength is simple. Just rank your top 5 answers to pop culture questions, and if those answers match your partners, you score. All right, let's find out who tonight's celebrity partner is. Who is it going to be? Oh, I know that guy. It's Robert De Niro, the Oscar-winning actor. He would be a great celebrity partner. We're going to start out our game with the Impulse Round, where every one of our audience members has a chance to become a WaveLength contestant. Here's the question. How did Robert De Niro rank his top 5 Pierre's ice cream flavors? It's tough to imagine De Niro even eating ice cream, but I guess everybody eats ice cream, right? The audience members are using their WaveLength answer tablets to give us their answers. And while we tabulate those answers to see who best matches up with Robert De Niro, you viewers at home should get ready to answer today's first head-to-head question. Remember, you can register at wavelength.com/gameshow. All right, we are trying to figure out what 3 contestants will be up here on the stage. But first, let's find out how Robert De Niro ranked his top 5 Pierre's ice cream flavors. Number 1, Robert De Niro's number 1 ice cream flavor is black cherry. 2, chocolate, the old standby. Butter pecan is number 3. Number 4 is French vanilla, and he finished it off with number 5, moose tracks. All right, now we know how Robert De Niro likes his ice cream. All right, it's time to find out who our 3 contestants are. Let's see their names and let's see how they did matching Robert De Niro. Dan Cohen, 95% match. We got Nikki Williams with 90% match, and Don Houston also matching 90%. All right, so we've got our terrific trio. Now we need to get to know them. All right, let's get to know our contestants. We start with Dan on the left. Dan, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name's Dan. Really excited to be here. Never won anything in my life. Let's hope it starts today.
Yeah, well, we'll see if it will. All right, we've got Nikki in the middle. Nikki, what's your story?
I'm just from Lincoln, Ohio. I just got married.
Are we all ready to play WaveLength? We've got your first question. Here's what we want you to do. We want you to rank your top 5 pizza toppings. Everybody's got their favorite toppings. I've got mine. What are yours? We need your top 5. Dan, Nikki, and Don ranking their top 5 pizza toppings. All right, Nikki and Don go with pepperoni, the old standby. Dan, anchovies, old school, with his number 1 answer. Then he said pepperoni second. Nikki likes the Hawaiian pizza with the pineapple ham combination. Don and Dan both list cheese, which of course we all love on our pizza because it wouldn't be a pizza without cheese. All right, now it's time to find out what Robert De Niro, one of our favorite actors, had to say. What are his top 5 pizza toppings? Number 1 is pepperoni. That's everybody's favorite. Cheese, hey, there you go, guys. He likes cheese too. Mushroom is number 3. We've got sausage number 4 for Mr. De Niro, and then chicken. That's a little bit of an unorthodox answer. So there are Robert De Niro's top 5 pizza toppings. All right, now let's see how our 3 contestants did and how they scored. Oh, check out Don, a perfect score. Every single one of his answers matched Robert De Niro. Don apparently is Robert De Niro. 2,500 points. And he wins the first round. Dan comes in second with 250 points, and Nikki in third with 100 points. But that was just the first round. Our contestants will have plenty more opportunities to gain points. All right, we're going to do our second question right now. And Don, since you won the first round, you control the board. So let's choose that category. All righty, what do we have? All right, a good one. Top 5 Tom Hanks films. Everybody's got their favorite Tom Hanks movies. He's been around for so long. He's made a lot of great films, won a couple Oscars. What are your top 5 Tom Hanks movies? Let's check it out and see what Dan, Nikki, and Don had to say. 3 different number 1 answers. And Nikki going with the animated, Toy Story 2. Interesting that you went with the second installment of Toy Story. Forrest Gump. Nikki, that's her second. Boy, there's a lot of different answers here. A couple of Forrest Gumps. We got a Da Vinci Code. You guys are going all the way back. And Dan, number 5, a fantastic answer. Shawshank Redemption. That was a wonderful film. Tom Hanks wasn't in it, but it was a great film.
No.
No, well, I'm sorry to tell you. But hey, if you match Robert De Niro, if he says Shawshank Redemption, then you're going to get points. Let's see if he did. From one Hollywood legend to another, let's find out how Robert De Niro ranks his top 5 Tom Hanks movies. Number 1, Forrest Gump. That's got to be the signature role for Tom Hanks, right? Philadelphia, the other movie he won an Oscar for, Saving Private Ryan. Big, going way back. And then we got a romantic comedy. Sleepless in Seattle. I'm sorry, Dan, there wasn't any Shawshank Redemption. You won't be getting any points for that. All right, now let's find out how our 3 contestants did and how many points they scored trying to match Robert De Niro. All right, Dan, well, with those answers, not a surprise that you came away with nothing. Nikki and Don with 250 points each. And that means Don is still in the lead with 2,750 points. Let's hear it for Don. He is playing very well. Nikki in second place with 350 points, and Dan bringing up the rear with just 250. But, like I said, it's not over till it's over. All right, now we're going to take Wavelength to the street. Our contestants will try to raise their scores by matching answers with random passersby. All right, it is time to choose our final question for round 2. Don, you are still in control. You have 15,950 points. You pick the question.
Okay.
And what do we have?
Brain freeze.
Oh, it is the dreaded brain freeze. I'm sorry, Don. You go from 15,950 to 0, and you are eliminated. It's going to be sad to see you go, Dom. Welcome back to Wavelength. Round 2 was a doozy. Don had a nice lead, but he was cooled off by that nasty brain freeze. All right, it's time for the elimination round. Let's find out what the question is going to be for this round. We have 2 contestants. We will eliminate one and be down to just 1. The question for the elimination round is, we want you to name your top 5 Disney characters. What are your favorite Disney characters? The top 5. Now, there are a lot to choose from, no doubt about that. How did they answer their top 5 Disney characters? Dan, of course, Mickey Mouse, number 1. Nikki put Mickey down to 2. Went with Goofy as number 1. Dan, Genie, Goofy, Aladdin, and Donald Duck. There you go. And Nikki went with Cinderella, Peter Pan, and Ariel to round out her top 5. All right, let's find out what Robert De Niro had to say. He doesn't exactly seem like a Disney kind of a guy, but he's got to have 5 favorite Disney characters. Let's see what old Bobby had to say. Number 1, Genie, and Dan with a match. He gets a point there. Number 2, Mickey Mouse. Nikki said Mickey Mouse. Number 2, and of course Dan had a 2, so that's 2 points for Dan. Goofy, Dan's 3 for 3. Nikki with 2. Peter Pan, Nikki has 3. They both have 3. It'll be this 5th and final answer that will determine the winner. And Robert De Niro says Donald Duck, and that means so Dan is the winner of the elimination round. So let's hear it for him. Unfortunately, we are going to have to say goodbye to Nikki. Huge comeback, Nikki. Sorry you have to go. You just couldn't quite find, you tried your best, couldn't quite find the right wavelength with Mr. Robert De Niro. All right, it's time to find out the final question. We call it the Wave War. Let's find out what the category for this Wave War question is going to be. The category has been there, seen it. And the question is, rank your top 5 European cities. What are your top 5 European cities? This is it. This is for all the marbles, as they say. Robert De Niro is putting his answers in, so is Dan. All right, here are Dan's answers. London, Berlin, number 2. Paris, number 3. Berlin in front of Paris. That's interesting. Belgrade is number 4, and your number 5 answer, St. Petersburg. Oh, interesting list there, Dan. All right, let's see how you matched Robert De Niro. You need to get 4 matches to win the game. And Mr. De Niro, number 1, is Paris. So there's a match. Number 1 to number 3. Let's see what Robert De Niro said for his second answer. London's is number 1. So that's 2 points. Berlin is Robert De Niro's 3rd, so that's 3 points. Rome, Dan didn't have it. This is it, number 5. You got a match, Dan. But you did not. Athens was Robert De Niro's 5th European city. Dan only got 3. He needed 4 to win the game. Missed it by that much, Dan. Sorry about that. Dan, we are so sorry that you didn't. Robert De Niro, thank you so much for doing this. It's a pleasure to have you here and an honor. Well, thanks for joining us, and here's hoping you and yours are always on the same wavelength.